drop, in case you actually haven't heard, Alicia Vikander is officially the new Lara fucking Croft. So the thing is, when this news kind of dropped, I was actually very shocked and surprised to see, because a lot of people was not really expecting it. Nobody expected an Oscar-winning actress to actually just get the role, so I was actually very surprised. Now, granted, I know a lot of people kind of wanted Lauren Cohen. She wanted the role, I believe, or people wanted it, and obviously all the fanboy crushes really were, and I mean that in a good way, and all the fanboy crushes obviously wanted Daisy Ridley, and so did I personally, because she just kind of had that like likability, toughness that she kind of brought to Ray, and she probably would have done great as Lara Croft. Now, the thing about Alicia Vikander, and I know a lot of people are going to be saying the same stupid shit, where it's just like, oh, you know, her boobs ain't big enough. Oh, she's not, you know, big enough, or whatever it may be, for in the chest area or the arms or whatever it may be. Which is just kind of foolish, people. She can easily put on muscle. If you see Angelina Jolie in the behind-the-scenes stuff, she wasn't big at all. She put on muscle, so that can easily be done for saying she's not big or whatever it may be, so that's not necessarily a problem. Now, for me, saying this, getting a high-profile actress like Alicia Vikander, which did great in Ex Machina, and also the best part of The Danish Girl, says something about what the script actually may be. Now, granted, there may not be an actual script yet, but it actually at least probably gave her a good enough pitch. Because look, if you're winning an Oscar, not the first thing you don't want to necessarily do is get involved with a video game movie, especially when, you know, there hasn't been a very good track record. So there has to at least be a good pitch or something. Now, I have played the game of the Reboot, and I actually really did enjoy it. Now, granted, I feel like Daisy really probably would have done a better job in that Lara Croft, but then again, they also could have just got Camilla Luddington, pretty much, the girl that actually did it for the mocap. So that could have just been just as good, especially because she's actually a pretty solid actress. So why didn't they go that way, especially with this thing? They probably wanted a big name, I guess, but it is what it is. But overall, I think Alicia Vikander will actually do pretty good. Obviously, she'll bulk up, because if people are saying, well, she won't bulk up, clearly she will, because she doesn't look like she can hold 2 pistols. But look, she can handle action, I'm assuming, thanks to like Ex Machina or whatever you want to call it. But she actually did good, and, you know, even a Man from U.N.C.L.E. for the most part. The thing is, look, I think she actually will do a fine enough job, and I think she'll probably do well. The only problem is that I feel like people wanted Daisy Ridley because we got to see her more. I feel like nobody really knows that much about Alicia Vikander other than through her work. You don't really know her outside of it, so you can't really tell her personality much. From what I've seen in interviews, she seems like she's a pretty, you know, decent girl. You know, she seems like decent girl. I don't know that. She seems like she's actually likable enough. But, you know, hopefully the fans of the game, like the hardcore fans, actually gets pleased. And hopefully they stick with kind of the story of the reboot, because I feel like that's the best way to really go with it, instead of making Lara kind of a very sexualized thing like Angelina Jolie. Even though she was great, Angelina, especially in the first one. First one, she was great. The second one's more like Angelina Jolie in a wildlife reserve. She was going on her Africa resort. You know, save the children, save Africa. That's pretty much what that was, the second one. But yes, that's my reaction to kind of like hearing about this. I thought it was very good news because getting a high-profile Oscar-winning actress just recently is a very good move, obviously, for a film. And career-wise, she must have saw something in this type of project that got her interested, because you don't want to, you know, choose the wrong moves. But then again, a lot of Oscar winners, after right after winning the Oscar, they always do some bad decisions. Like Cuba Gooding Jr. and like, what is it, Boathouse or Showboat, whatever the fuck it was, and Snow Dogs, bad decision. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Hopefully it actually plays well and is actually one of the better video game movies. But yes, comment, subscribe, and like if you actually enjoyed anything. I'm Chris Smith, and I'm signing out.